Casey Boland, stands by. He of Hanghold Capital Management. And read recently, Casey, the average credit card debt in this country is $15,000. And even, fairly well-to-do people are not immune to this.
No, interesting article in the Journal recently that did talk about six-figure households, and they have some of the same problems as everyone else. They've got credit card debt. Now, I'm sure some people don't feel for them, but a lot of people don't understand is that small amounts of overspending can get you in trouble. And, let's say you're overspending just by $10 a day that's accumulating in debt. Over a 5-year period, assuming, let's say, it's a 19% interest rate, that could rack up close to $25,000 to $30,000 in debt. Now, in reality, you'd have to make some minimum payments along the way, but nonetheless, you would have racked up a substantial amount of debt just by spending $10 a day going into debt.
I do wonder, though, that if for most people it was a matter of buying something you really didn't need that cost a lot more than you could afford to pay for.
I think you're right. I think we get caught into the moment oftentimes, and the standalone purchase appears to be something that we can afford, but in the context of all the other purchases and things, when you add them up, oftentimes it's just not affordable. So for people, if they're looking for help with debt, you need to learn how to put a budget together. There are a number of good resources out there. Dave Ramsey has a great book, The Total Money Makeover. It's filled with stories of regular people who've managed to overcome debt on average income. It's a very inspiring book.
And the first thing you have to do is just realize you have to live more frugally than you have been.
Yeah, you've got to learn to cut back. You have to start to learn how to pay down debt, tentatively at first, but more aggressively as you gain more confidence, and you start to develop the strength to resist impulse purchases and to conquer compulsive spending. You start to save, maybe it's slowly at first. You start to think about your goals and learn from the mistakes that you've made. It's like riding a bike. You're going to fall down a few times. You're often unbalanced and clumsy, and this is where you need support. This book is a good resource to help people climb out of debt, and his organization offers a lot of good courses through local churches.
Fair enough. All right, Casey of Hanghold Capital Management. We'll do it again tomorrow as we do it every day. Coming up on 8:40.